Welcome back to another free pick video. Hope you're all having a great day. In this video, I'm going to be giving away a 5K parlay for NFL Sunday in this video. And we're going to be starting all over the 5K to 50K ladder challenge. So I'm going to be giving away the picks for free. We're going to basically take the profits every single day that we win and roll it into the next bet until we get to 50K. I'm giving myself 3 tries. I just burned my first life. So I have 2 lives left, and we're going to start over with day 1. So I'll show you how it went. We hit day 1, and then I took a couple of days off. I liked the slate for Saturday. We went day 2, and unfortunately the first leg of the parlay, which was actually my favorite one, Iowa State, they just couldn't get the job done. Cincinnati came out hot. They were hitting threes like crazy. They were getting offensive rebounds like crazy. And also Iowa State just couldn't make free throws like when they were getting to the foul line. So it is what it is. I stand by it. I would take Iowa State, 10 out of 10 times if I had to do it again. It was the right play in my opinion based off my own research. And look, like it's always easy to look at the final score and then have an opinion like, oh, well, why did we take Iowa State? Look, like if you thought Cincinnati was the right play, like you should have taken it before the play started. But look, like at the end of the day, if you do your research and you like a pick, just stand by it. And that's what I'm going to do. Just because Iowa State lost doesn't mean that my research didn't support Iowa State winning the game. That's literally what it's called, upsets. So unfortunately, that was the first leg. Everything else after that hit. So, if Iowa State just did their job, we would be on to day 3. But, we can't do hypotheticals. We can't do what ifs, all the time. We have to just take it for what it is. And it's part of the game. So I lost technically $5,000. So we're going to start with $5,000 again. And before we dive into it, make sure you guys subscribe to my free winnable. I post free picks on here as well, and you get all my picks sent directly to your phone or email, and you can tell all my picks for free on this free plan. So click the link down below. It's winnable.com and subscribe to this free plan. All right, let's dive into this parlay. I do really like it, and I'm determined to get to that 50K. So, quick side note. I had 2 people tell me that they went all in and lost it all. Look, if you did that, you should not be sports betting. Okay? If you had $1,000 to bet with, take like 100 of it and use it for the ladder challenge. If you have $1,000 and you slammed the entire $1,000, every single dollar you had to sports bet with on this bet, and then you lost, you seriously, you don't understand bankroll management, and you should not be in the sports betting world. So seriously, if you have $1,000, take like $100. If you have like $200, maybe take like $40. Okay, but do not take every single last dollar in your Hard Rock account or FanDuel account and go all in on one bet. That is just absolutely stupid. So yeah, don't do that. All right, let's dive into it. So if you need a sports book, I highly recommend getting on Onyx. This says $100, but I actually just found out they're hooking up with $200. So you literally sign up, use code TRUPA. It's legal in all of these green states. And when you put in 10, they're going to load your account with $200 completely free. So honestly, I'm probably going to get like all my family members on it, my cousins, aunts, uncles, get the $200 for them. And then, if they don't actually bet, I'll probably just use their account. But it's an easy way to get $200. So yeah, get all your buddies on it. I'll put the link down below. Literally put in 10, you get 200, and you could literally use the $200 for this ladder challenge. So yeah, honestly, that's kind of a like a loophole. So anyways, let's dive into it. Day 1, it's going to be 5K into 8,200. And the first leg, we're going Texans plus 10.5. Let me pull up my research here. They've covered plus 10.5 every single game on the season. On the flip side, the Patriots, they have looked good. I do think the Patriots could win this game. Obviously, it's up north in New England. There is a possible chance of snow, like little flurries, but they've only covered this in 44% of the games this season. Biggest thing that makes me skeptical is Nico Collins. He's not going to be playing, and that's CJ Stroud's go-to target. CJ Stroud did not look good last game, although they still whooped the Steelers. I do think CJ Stroud, even though he plays better at home, I do think he has a much better game against the Patriots than he did. Like, he's turning the ball over, throwing picks and whatnot. I think it'll look a lot better against the Patriots. And honestly, this Texans defense, they're the best defense in the entire league, right alongside the Seahawks. I think that's really what's going to give them a ton of momentum. We can also see here that the Patriots are 1-4 against the spread for in their last 5 games versus top 10 scoring defense. So when they're facing good defenses, they aren't covering the spread. And right now they're -3.5. So I like the Texans defense to keep it close, to get stops. And then I like CJ Stroud in this offense. Woody Marks, he's got other guys. Like, in Stephen A. Smith's words, he's got Charlie Kirk. I don't know if you guys saw the interview. He's like, oh, Charlie Kirk had a massive game, over 100+ yards. Christian Kirk, but he also has like Jalen Noel, Higgins, a lot of other guys to throw to. So I think he should be fine, but I don't think that the Texans are going to get blown out by more than 10.5. Next leg is the second NFL game, Rams plus 7.5. Everyone's talking about how Stafford, how it's going to be 10 degrees, it's going to be freezing in Chicago. Look, I think the Rams win this game outright, but plus 7.5 is very, very safe. The Bears, they're either losing this game or they're going to keep this game close. The Bears do not blow out teams. I don't know the last time. It could be recent, I don't know. But I don't know the last time the Bears just blew out a team and won by more than 7. I feel like it does not happen a lot. And in a playoff game where it's cold, I just think that the Rams keep it within a touchdown, or they just win the game outright. The Rams have covered plus 7.5 every game this season as well. And I get it. It's cold. It favors Chicago. This is an LA team where they play indoor. Now they're going to Soldier Field. It's going to be electric. And I do kind of like what Chicago's doing. I love Ben Johnson. But I also do like Sean McVay. And I think this offense, like Stafford, Puka Nacua, and Devontae Adams, might be the best trio in the entire league. So I definitely think the Rams will be able to put up points. And again, the Bears, they always come back. That's how they win. They come back down 10, down 14, and then barely win by a field goal. Even if they somehow won by a touchdown, we would still cover. I just don't ever see the Bears going up 20 and just blowing teams out, especially in a playoff game like this. So that's going to be the next leg. Rams plus 7.5. And then the last leg is just some BS NBA. Honestly, this is probably the sketchiest leg, even though it shouldn't be. I hate the NBA. Not a fan, at least as of now. Sometimes my thoughts on it change. But look, they're facing the Pelicans. Last time they played, they choked, and the Pelicans beat them. I think this is a good revenge spot. It's at home. I mean, the Rockets are like 10 times better than the Pelicans. They've only won 3 games on the road. Of those 3 games, one of them is against the Rockets. And, no Herbert Jones, no Alvarado, and no DeJounte Murray. Şengün is back. We're getting the better team at home. They're 13-3. And they're both coming off. Let's see. No, they both did not play today. Did they? No, they did not play today. So, yeah, Rockets don't have to travel. They just played the T-Wolves at home. And then the Pelicans, they were just in Indianapolis, and now they're traveling another game to Houston. Overall, I just think this is a good spot. They're heavy favorites. There's not a whole lot I can say besides the Rockets should win 9 times out of 10. But in the NBA, you really have no idea what you're going to get. So that's kind of why I hate this pick. But it fits the parlay very, very well. It's kind of just what we need. It's a perfect parlay booster. So, if the Rockets blow this entire ladder challenge, like I won't ever put a single dollar of US currency on the Rockets ever again in my entire life, but I think we should be okay. So, there's a screenshot of the final play, 5 grand into 8,200, and then make sure you guys are subscribed because if it wins, I'll take the 8,200, I'll slam it on the next bet, and we'll just keep laddering it all the way till we hit 50K. And then the goal is to do a 50K to a million after that sometime whenever I feel it. Whenever I feel the time is right, maybe March, because March is like my best month. At least last year, March was my best month ever, which is interesting because there was no football in. It was all college basketball, but you never know. Everything comes in swings. There's ups, there's downs. But yeah, other than that, Iowa State kind of cooked us, but we hit this play, which this play should have been like a 10-unit play. I wish I threw like half my bankroll on this play, but this was a solid VIP play. And then we also hit this parlay late in the day, and then we also went 1-0 on the AI picks. So the morning kind of started off super gross, and then the night games kind of pulled us back. Nothing really to celebrate, just because, like I said, Iowa State blew the ladder. But I definitely think this is a good day one to get us back on track. So let me know down in the comments if you're tailing. Good luck with all of your bets. Subscribe, and like I said, get your $200 on Onyx real quick, and then subscribe to this free plan. That way you don't miss out on any of my free picks. So I don't know why I'm out of breath. I don't know what's going on. But that's all I got for you guys. So have a wonderful Sunday. Let's make some money, and hopefully I see you tomorrow for day 2. Peace out.